What's up, guys? Holding the camera right now because the sun is just blaring in my face, and if I were to do the interview from this side, it would just be way too dark. But anyway, just got into my spot overlooking this big CRP field that kind of dumps into a swamp, and this is kind of where I've got some pictures of those bigger bucks on this public piece at 2 or 3 in the morning. But still, this is generally the area. So I'm hoping to just kind of do some scouting tonight, checking it out, seeing if I can find anything, see anything, and gather some data, maybe even get one. There's a really nice deer trail right below me, so that's awesome. That'd be like a 10-yard chip shot. Crazy thing happened on my way in. There's this bean field on private land right next to me. I'm just walking in, and all of a sudden I hear the beans like rustling. I look over, and here comes 7 does just burning across this bean field. Another hunter must have kicked them out on the private. They were just running, and they all just came right around me within like 15 yards. I'm just like struggling to get my release, get an arrow, hide, take my stand off so I could shoot. Like, just chaos going on, and ended up not even being able to shoot anything. Had one fawn come in, but she had picked me out. She was at like 15 feet, like she was just standing there. It's like, man, that had to be like 50 pounds. And that's just, I don't want to use a tag on that. There were a couple like 1.5, 2.5-year-old does in there that I definitely would have taken. So I know there's 7 does right out here. But hopefully they'll get up and kind of come my way, and I'll definitely take one if they come by. But a great night, 55 degrees, windy. I used that wind to get in here, nice and quiet. Like, it covered a ton of my noise, at least I hope it did. Set up in the pine tree, got tons of cover. I'm only like 10 feet off the ground. One of my favorite setups ever, because pines smell so bad, or so much that they have such a strong scent that they cover a lot of human odor. Got a great wind. Everything's in my favor tonight, so I don't know, hopefully it works out. Hopefully this time. We'll see. Another unsuccessful night in the books. Starting to get a little old, but I was gonna, right as I was gonna do an exit interview out there, I actually heard one coming through the tall grass out there, and I never got eyes on him. Or, well, I did, but I don't know what it was. I just saw movement, saw some brown. It's probably 100, 150 yards out. So had one come through, but then on my way out, those 7 that came running into me earlier, they moved, like, embedded right on my exit. So I'm walking through this tall grass. It's like 7 feet tall. And all of a sudden, all these deer just get up and start running all around me. And I kind of freaked out more than anything. And then I figured out they were deer, because at first they didn't even blow. They didn't do anything. All of a sudden, just this tall grass erupted and away they went. But yeah, no, as it is there's another, you know, very minimal movement night, like actually in the stand. Didn't get eyes on any of the bucks that I was hoping for, but the information that I gathered was that they weren't moving through that field at night or in the evening. So that is still information that's still good to know, and I still have a couple other areas where I want to try to get them. It's just I got to get the right wind, the right conditions. Today I used the wind. It was a nice strong like 12, 15 mile per hour wind on my entry, because it was moving all that grass, all the trees around, and walking through all that tall grass and all that CRP stuff. I was really loud, but because I had all that wind, it masked all my noise and I was able to get in there. So there's a couple other areas that are like that, and I'm just waiting for the right winds in order to get in and be able to hunt them. So I guess that crosses off that spot, and
just keep trying. I just got to keep trying. There's still, you know, 3 months left of season. The rut's, you know, a month away, which is awesome. You know, 30 days and counting, so should be good. Excited. There's a bunch of big bucks running around here, and I know I have a better idea where they are than I ever have. So hopefully I can knock one down. All right, catch you guys later on the next one. I don't know. I'm tired. I don't even know how to end it. Later.
What's up, guys? So I just finally got set up. I'm on this oak island again. I'm hunting these oak islands. They're like the one congregation source back here, and hopefully it's pretty good. Everything else is dirty swamp, and with all the rain we've been having, it just makes it that much harder to hunt it. Because you don't know what's underwater and what's not. But I know these oak islands are above water. They have food. There's trails. And so far, the only scrape I've seen this year is 20 yards from me. So I'm really hoping after this rain, there a buck or two, maybe three, will come in and freshen up the scrape tonight. Couple things. One, I'm wearing orange because it's Wisconsin's youth season this weekend. Two, I was really late getting out here because I didn't know that until I was getting out of my truck and the guy reminded me. I knew it was this weekend, but I just forgot. It's like, hey man, you should probably wear orange. Yeah, it's a good idea. Last thing, I saw a deer on my way out here. I was walking down the public main drag 4-wheel trail, mowed and everything. Look off to my left, and there's 2 fawns just hanging out right there. I couldn't get any footage because they were just they were kind of through a bunch of brush, but I could see them. And they were just right there. It was kind of cool. So I left them in hopes of finding bigger deer back here. Hopefully it pays off. Man, and I'm sitting on the ground because I just didn't feel like hauling my stand out here today. I got a Kavaru pack, and my plan is to shoot one, quarter it out here, pack it out with my pack. So if I bring a stand, I can't bring my pack. And then I can bring my pack, but then I'm not going to haul my stand, my pack, and all my camera gear, and the deer out in one shot anyway. So with this, at least I can get half the deer in one shot, and then have to come back and get the other half of the deer. But we'll see how it goes. camera at the highest setting, so sorry if it's a little grainy. But it's dark in here, and it's about time I'm gonna back up and head out here. All three of those does went that way though, and there were 3 gunshots from that big box blind over there. So either that kid shot off, maybe he missed if that's the 4th shot. I don't know. I don't know if he's just having a heyday and can't hit anything. Probably can't hit anything. But it was cool to actually see some deer. I hope he didn't kill all of them, because this is a good spot. And the more does that are here, the more bucks that will be here. I think he's a bad shot. Anyway, I'm gonna back up, get out of here. I don't think I'm up. How many shells does he have? I'm not gonna hunt tomorrow. Tomorrow's Sunday. It's supposed to rain all day. So I'm gonna do some chores around the house and get some stuff done. But overall, it's a fun weekend, good weekend. And hopefully next weekend it doesn't rain so much. Hopefully this rain just stops. These Oak Islands are so good, but when it rains, it's hard to get to. It's a pain. And I got a bunch of funnel routes from these Oak Islands, but they're all underwater right now, so I don't think they're any good. But if you like this stuff, thanks for watching. Subscribe. I'm going to do a lot of tips, strategies, things to help public landhunters and private landowners just with deer hunting. And like it, please comment if you got any questions. I'm more than happy to answer. I answer